My stepmom said I'd never be real family like her kids, so I waited for the perfect moment to show her the will. Veronica had been making my life hell for 3 years, ever since she married my dad when I was 15. Her golden children, Bryce and Meadow, could do no wrong. They got designer clothes while I wore hand-me-downs. I was the unwanted reminder of Dad's first marriage, the ghost at their perfect family table. Blood is thicker than water, she'd say whenever I asked to join family vacations. Some things are just for real family. She'd pat Bryce's shoulder while saying it, making sure I understood exactly where I stood. She convinced Dad to exclude me from holiday photos, made sure her kids got the bigger bedrooms when we moved to her house. When I got into state university with a partial scholarship, she suggested community college would be more realistic for someone like me. Not everyone is college material, she'd say with that fake sympathetic smile. The worst part? Dad went along with it. He'd gotten soft after Mom died, desperate for Veronica's approval. The man who used to call me his little scholar stopped fighting for me entirely. He'd just shrug apologetically when Veronica made another cruel comment. Last Christmas, Veronica announced they were renovating the house. "Of course, we'll need to convert your room into Meadow's walk-in closet," she said sweetly while carving the turkey. "You'll be moving out soon anyway. 18-year-olds should be independent." I was 17. That's when I remembered the envelope Mom had given me before she died. "Don't open this unless something terrible happens," she'd whispered from her hospital bed. "Promise me you'll wait." I'd hidden it behind my dresser for 4 years, almost forgetting it existed. That night, I finally broke the seal. Inside was a copy of Mom's will, the real one. Turns out the version Dad had shown everyone was missing a crucial page. Mom hadn't just left him the house. She'd left it to both of us with specific instructions that I couldn't be removed until I turned 25. The lawyers had quietly filed the complete version while Dad only saw the simplified summary. But there was more. Mom had suspected Dad might remarry and forget about me, so she'd included a clause. If Dad tried to remove me from the house or exclude me from family assets before I was 25, everything would transfer to me immediately. The house, the investments, even Dad's business shares that he thought were his. Mom had protected me from beyond the grave. I made copies and waited for the right moment. 2 weeks later, Veronica called a family meeting. She'd found a boarding school that specialized in difficult teens and thought it would help me adjust my attitude. Dad nodded along, avoiding eye contact like he had for months. "Pack your things this weekend," Veronica said triumphantly. "You leave Monday morning." Bryce smirked. Meadow examined her nails. Dad stared at his coffee. I smiled and pulled out the documents. "Actually, I think you should pack yours," I said, sliding the will across the table. "According to this, as of right now, I own this house." Dad's face went white as he read. Veronica snatched the papers, her manicured nails nearly tearing the edges as she scanned frantically. "This is fake," she sputtered. "This can't be legal." "Call Mom's lawyer if you want to verify," I said calmly. His number's on the letterhead. The room went silent except for Veronica's sharp breathing and the grandfather clock ticking in the corner. Dad looked at me with something I hadn't seen in years. "Respect. Your mother always was 3 steps ahead," he said quietly. Veronica and her kids moved out that weekend. Dad and I had the longest conversation we'd had since Mom's funeral. He apologized for losing himself in his new marriage, for letting fear make him weak. I let them stay in the end. But now when Veronica suggests family activities, I remind her that in this house, I decide what family means. And blood might be thicker than water, but a good will is thicker than both.